Hello Maria, hello Frank. How are you? Oh shit, I don't know what to say. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I'm not that fluent. Oh man, I forgot the words. I thought I was fluent. I'm not fluent. How many times did this happen to you? You think you were fluent and now you know what to say. You don't have the right words. You don't have the right vocabulary words, and you start to think that you're not fluent. That you're not making enough progress. That you're not making the progress that you want. So there is one thing, and I'm going to be sharing if you stay till the end of this video, that is impacting your fluency, your ability to articulate what you want to say, your ability to continue to develop a conversation. Now, it's not the practice you made. It's not. It's this thing. It's this. How you feel. Imagine this. Even in your native language, how many times in your native language uh, it's the first time you do something. It's the first time you're meeting this person. The first time you're being in this group, and suddenly I don't know. You don't know what to say, or the the not the most relevant words come out. Perhaps you're not really that articulate because it's why because it's not about the language. It's not about the language, not entirely how you feel in that moment when you are speaking in the atmosphere around you, in the environment around you, when you're opening your mouth, when you're it's not just the language, it's not just how much vocabulary you know, the practice you have, or how many lessons. It's how you feel in that moment that is going to determine how much fluency will come out. So so whenever it's the first time you're doing something, it's the first time you're meeting this person, the first time you're being in this group, the first time you see this environment, the first time it's obvious that your body is not going to be in a 100% relaxed state. So there is going to be a little bit of like a vigilance because it's like it's a new environment. So the body naturally reacts that way, and it's okay. It's naturally reacts that way because it's the first time, or it's not familiar enough yet. So when the body, when we're not familiar, and our body is not familiar with our environment or with a group of people or with a person, when they're not familiar, it's okay and it's normal that we're not 100% in a super relaxed state, and this results in not being necessarily not all the time in the state of mind and body where we there in an optimal state where we can be as super fluent. So bottom line is, when you are in a familiar situation, you're going to perceive that you're more fluent. When you're in an unfamiliar situation, you're going to feel that you're not that fluent as you thought it would be. So, what changes? What changes is familiarity. Okay, in a situation you're familiar with it, so okay, you know it goes, you know what's next, you kind of know what to expect. It's kind of familiar. You know what the feeling of, oh, it's familiar. I know these people, I know this group, I know the situation. I've been here. I know what happened next. This kind of feel of familiarity. And when there is a feeling of familiarity, it's also much easier to be fluent. So you can much better express the actual fluency that you have. When there is a situation that you're not 100% comfortable with, or it's the first time you're with the person, first times of something, first interactions, or not familiar with, not knowing what to expect. So there is this feeling of unfamiliarity. This state of emotion is going to impact your fluency, meaning that now you forget words, or no, I don't remember how to say that. Right? Because the emotional state that we're in is affecting also our fluency. So bottom line is, it's not necessarily the fluency in a specific language. It's also how you feel in the moment. So now what to do next? So what I usually do is to simply accept it, to recognize it, and to also realize it's not just about the language. And one, and that this emotional state can be improved in a way, but the point is, it's really nothing to do with the language, really. Okay, so this is the point for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I really hope this video helps, and see you next.